Guys, MC Mura here, and today we're gonna take a look at the season 2 parent changes for Aki. I think Aki was a character specialist in Street Fighter 6. When she first came out, I do think we didn't understand her well enough. People tried to blade Aki as a zoner, but that didn't really work out. But once they found all of the set play, all of the insane sequences she can do on offense, Aki started doing a lot better. So I think she was already like a solid mid-tier. But with these changes, Aki is looking tremendous. So let's take a look at the changes for Aki. So the first change is obviously modern. We're not gonna cover them, but there is a change to the back throw. This is a universal change. You back throw someone, there is a bigger separation. And I think for Aki, this is not so bad, to be honest, because even if I'm in the corner, at least now she gets to set up like a fireball situation. So this is not bad at all for her. I think for Aki, this is pretty fine. Standing medium punch. Hurt box around the arm during active frames have been reduced. So this move was already buffed in the previous patch where they made it 5 active frames, and now there's even less hurt box, so it's harder to contend. This move is reminding me of Alex's forward heavy punch in Street Fighter 6. Capcom is buffing this move to the moon. Now this move, it's more active and it's harder to contest, so it's looking ridiculous, to be honest. Standing heavy punch, that is her target combo starter. Cancel the window into target combo is now 1 frame, can be delayed by 1 frame, so you got 1 frame more to hit confirm. That is good for her. Expanded the hitbox downward, and this advantage on block went from -5 to -4. From the range you would want to use this. This is tremendous because typically even if you were gonna get punished by this, you would get punished by something like standing light kick, and most standing light kicks are like 5 frame startup, so even if you miss space this, typically you're not gonna get punished, right? It's now easier to hit confirms as well, and just even raw doing it on block, so it is like it take away like half a drive gauge on block, so pretty good buff for Aki. Standing light kick, this one is huge. Attack startup changed from 5 frames to 4 frames, and they increased the recovery frames. They kept the total frames of animation. They tinkered with it a little bit, but the reason that this is so big for Aki is that she now get crouching jab, standing light kick. Right, and this means that obviously with the last patch they buffed her crouching jabs a little bit so that you can get 3 of them in a row, but you could sometimes miss the follow-up, right? So for example, this would happen sometimes, right? But now with this buff, this works. And the standing light kick also combos into the medium whip, and this does enable a lot of routes. Like now, for example, if they are poisoned, right? So this is a pretty cool route for her. And obviously, like let's say for example they are poisoned as well, you get like a jab combo. Let's try this one more time. I think I'm too far, but you get the point, right? Like you get much better follow-ups here. I will show you like a combo I found with her later on, but yeah, this is a huge buff as well. Another gigantic buff. Standing medium kick is 9 frames. It was 9 frames, now it's 8 frames, and overall technique is shortened, so even if you whiff, it's faster, and the pushback on hit reduced. So this is now 8 frames and it keeps you closer. This got multiple ramifications. Let's talk about the part where it keeps you closer, because this means that now Aki can reliably say drive rush, crouching medium kick, standing medium punch. You get 3 mediums now in a combo easily because there is less pushback on the standing medium kick hitting. But the startup being faster is good because now if say you do jab and then drive rush, you do the drive rush jab, you're +8. So now Aki gets jab, right? You can drive rush jab into another jab, you're +8, so you get the medium kick, medium punch route, right? So that is a huge buff for her as well. This is gonna buff her jab conversions by a lot, right? So This is really great. Now, obviously, you have to keep in mind that Japs in general in this patch got more damage scaling, so maybe this effect isn't as profound, but still, this is a pretty good change for her. Standing heavy kick, a hurt box around the feet during the first active frame reduced, made the hurt box around the torso anti-air invincible from the second active frame until the move end. So this means that her standing heavy kick is gonna be a better anti-air, right? You could already use this as an anti-air, but now it's gonna be a lot more effective. See, I'm doing it pretty late and I'm still getting it as an anti-air. So this is also, and remember, this move is cancelable, right? So you can immediately use it to start setting up situations like that, where now you'll do huge damage. So huge buff for her. Like honestly, AKI is kinda Omega buffed in this patch. So this is really big change as well. Crouching medium punch, they increased So Crouching Medium Punch also got buffed because this now got less recovery. Her Crouching Medium Punch was a little bit weird because it doesn't lead to that much, and still 8 frames, which is on the slower end for Crouching Medium Punch, and had a really high recovery. Now it recovers a little bit faster, so another buff for her. This one is really big as well. Crouching Medium Kick. Advantage on hit went from +4 to +5, and advantage on block is now +1. So now AKI actually got a plus on block Crouching Medium Kick. This is insane. Right now, regular Crouching Medium Kick, and it's 7 frame startup, by the way. It's really fast, it's not slow whatsoever, and the range on it is great. So this is a huge buff, but the buff on hit is wild. So now remember, there is a standing light kick. This now works, this now is reliable, and because this is +5 on hit, this is now +9 on a drive rush, and this happens all the time. What is 9 frames? What is 9 frames? So now AKI gets drive rush, crouching medium kick into standing heavy kick, 2 hits. So this now is a combo. Let's say, for example, the opponent here, let's say that they are poisoned, right? Take a look at this damage, dude. That is wild. Her being able to do this is kinda insane. And remember, you now get this as well, so you're getting the standing follow-up, which is ridiculous. This is a huge buff to this character. Overall, she's insane right now. Crouching heavy kick. Changed the active frames from 5 to 6 frames, so it's more active, and they made it better on they made the hurt box better around her feet, so it's a better move to use in the neutral, and they increased, or they made the punish counter state better, right? So now when you get this as a punish counter, they are floating for better, so you do get better follow-ups. Right? I'm not sure like exactly which follow-ups you will get with this one, but as you're saying that the punish counter states, the float now is better for her, so crazy. Jumping heavy kick, they made it better. I guess no one was using it, so that they made it more active. So that's good, it's out there for longer. That's so good, that's so good. Light punch advantage on hit is now more, so better follow-ups. Light serpent lash, that is a light whip. They expanded the headbox, so now it's longer, and they reduced it when the toxic blossom hits. So when you activate like the second hit of the toxin, they don't fly around as much, so you do get, so they're closer to you, right? This is what they're trying to say, right? I want to remove the punish counter. So they're flying a little bit closer to you, right? So yeah, I guess this is to make it so that like you can get better follow-ups, like let's say with Super or something, if it happens to activate. So yeah, that's a pretty cool buff for her. And notice this, hit effect on punish counter change to backwards crumble. So this is now very similar to Ed, like if you happen to hit the whip and you get the punish counter, they are in this knockdown state, and obviously like you can get follow-ups here. So I'm not sure what kind of follow-ups you can get. Yeah, so I imagine you will get stuff like that. I think at least you're getting maybe the OD version. I think maybe I can go for something like, yeah. Look at the tremendous corner carries. That's kind of wild. That is wild. Heavy Serpent, that is a heavy whip. The timing for the hurt box around the head is changed from frame 6 to frame 4. So what they're telling you is that this is also a better anti-air now. So opponent jumping in on you, the invincibility kicks in. I don't know why she jumps. So now it's a bit better as an anti-air, right? The hurt box appears later, so it is better as an anti-air, so that is really big for her. Overdrive Serpent Lash. This is a bug fix so that it's more consistent in combos. Nightshade Pulse. You can cancel it into the step. Alright, so this is an interesting part. So you can always do Fireball and then cancel it into the command dash, but you were only able to do this on a couple of frames, right? Now you can do this very late. Like until the moves end, you're able to get this. So again, really big buff for her. Nothing but huge buffs, to be honest. This character is omega buffed. What else? Two bunch for a bunch head effect when opponent is not reaction back to a blowback knockdown. So they're changing this, right? So that it knocks down. Toxic Wills, that is the bubble. This one. They changes the damage distribution so that you're getting more damage on the final hit. I'm not really sure like what is the point of this one, but I don't know. Cruel Fate, this is her like demon flip, and this one is also a pretty weird change. So they made it so that it is special cancelable to super, right? So I guess they want you to like raw use it in the neutral like that, and if it happens to hit, you get the super to hit. But the thing is, if they were already in like a juggle state, like let's say they were jumping, it already like did a ground bounce, so you could get the super anyways. So I'm not really sure like what is the point of this change. Doesn't seem like a big deal to me. But they did increase the pushback on the heavy version. Heavy version is a safe one. This used to be -3, but it used to leave you in throw range. Now you're not in throw range afterwards. So you're further away from the opponent as he had to walk forward to throw you, which means you get to walk back and all of that, right? So another huge buff for AKI. The OD version also they did make it cancelable into supers if you didn't get the grab animation, so kind of the same deal. This one is another huge buff. This one is actually almost stupid now, to be honest. Take a look at this. This now is super insane versus fireballs. Yes, it's on the slower end, but oh my god, this is insane now. Like it's so invincible against projectiles, that is kinda wild. And Akuma actually got one of the better projectiles in the game. So I can't believe they buffed this move this much. Projectile invincibility until the end of the attack active frame. So this is insane buffs. Expanded the hitbox of the card stance. So this is they're making it better to use in combos. Reduced the immediate scaling on the command grab. So I'm not sure exactly like why does this change, but they're saying they remove the scale. So I'm not really sure, to be honest. This is her back step. So the light step moves backward now. So this is this is really weird. Like this is like a mini backdash, and I guess you could use it against projectiles, but maybe they don't want you to be ducking projectiles. This seems like a nerf to me, to be honest, but I don't know. Because you could use it to low profile projectiles, but maybe they don't want that. Super Earth 1, they are doing the UMA fix where you can't use it against projectiles, and Super Earth 2, they buffed the damage on the final hit, so this now does, let's not make him long. This now does little 200 more damage, so I guess that's cool for her. Brings her damage up a little bit. Overall, Omega Jai Mega Tai Tega buffed. This character, I do think have potential to be in the upper echelon right now. Especially, I will say, as a change to crouching medium kick, this is tremendous. And she already was one of the characters that could easily get you with this or the overhead, right? And now both of them lead to massive rewards. So that is really huge. This normal was already extremely stupid. 6 frames forward moving, 5 active frames, and less hitbox on the arms. That is crazy. The standing light kick. This now got more range than Luke's crouching jab, so making this 4 frames. This seems like a war crime. She get better conversions from jabs. Like I showed you, if they are already poisoned, like God forbid, what you're gonna eat from this? It's ridiculous. She now is looking to be in a very good place. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. It helps the channel so much. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.